Whoa. Hey there, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Hi-Yo Cheety Bird. I'm orange. I have blue eyes and a gray snoot. I have some birds. I got fish. I got friends. We're showing up right now. Hello there, Lonnie. Welcome on in. It's been a while. Hello there, Ellen. How you doing today? Yeah, it's been a while. Last week was not friendly to me, so I just kind of like took my time. Just kind of dealing with that. So no, I'm here now. Hello. We're gonna do a little bit of a workout today. I'm just sitting down right now, getting the stream started. We'll start at 15 minutes. Hey, Experiment. Welcome on in. Yeah. Yeah, I got the YouTube chat in there too. It's been pretty chill these past, well, a couple weeks at this point. I thought it'd be kind of nice to have the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat to mingle together again. Especially since we have the auto mod. Oh, the auto mod. Yeah, anyway, how was your guys this weekend? Yo! That's awesome. Happy birthday to you, Bean. The big 1-5. You got a Steam Deck. That's really cool. Did you know, and I don't know if you have a VR headset or anything like that, but if you do, that the Steam Deck technically has enough power to do PC VR. If you can figure out how to get it on there. So that's pretty cool. Alan says, would you like to hear a joke about pizza? I would love to hear a joke about pizza. Let's hear it. Lenny says, my weekend was good. That's awesome to hear. Oh my gosh, it's Lishy. Hello, Lishy. How you doing, Bean? Alan says, never mind. I don't want to tell you the joke about pizza. It's too cheesy. Hi, Umbry. Hello, Bird. Hello, our big, scary raptor friend. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it can do VRC. It can also, I think if you have a program on it called ALVR, you can then send the VR content to a VR headset, also running ALVR. Unfortunately, there isn't a virtual desktop thing yet. And Steam Link knows that it's a Steam Deck and doesn't want you to run VR on it. So Steam Link won't work, but ALVR will. Hey, yo, bear dude. Hello. Lishy says, I'm not really okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Bean. If you want to reach out to me in DMs, you definitely can. I won't be able to answer right now, of course, but I'll get there when I can. I really hope your day gets better. If anybody deserves to have a good day, it's you, Bean. Ma says, I'm watching this stream from an old CRT. Yo, that's so cool. Could you take a picture and, like, send it to the Discord, maybe? That'd be pretty cool. Lonnie says, I'm not going to play until I get a headset, though. That makes sense. The Quest 3S, I think it's $299. Is a pretty decent headset for it being the price it is. I think it's $299. Hello there, Yibide. You slept from 7 a.m. until 5 minutes ago, says Umbry. Well, I don't know what time it is right now for you. Right now, for me, it's 2:31. I'm assuming something similar. Oh, that's awesome, Moss. I can't wait to see it. You're an hour behind me? That doesn't seem like enough sleep. Go get yourself a snack and fall back asleep. Yeah. Hey, I almost wasn't able to do a stream today. I have a really weird setup where my audio. Oh, you got 3 exclamation points. What'd you get? Whoa! A whale shark. Look at all that gold. Yeah. Umbry says, "See, I would, but I got work to do today." Oh my gosh, Umbry. Well, I hope you got enough sleep to take care of today. Hey there, Creeper. Welcome on in. Wow. But yeah, I've got a really crazy setup where all my audio goes through a laptop over here and then gets sent wirelessly down to my computer downstairs. And the wireless card just decided to stop working today. So I have like a backup thing working right now, and it's, well, thankfully working at the moment. But I did buy a replacement card that should be here today, which is really wild. That's really wild. But I ordered it and they're like, it'll be there in 3 hours. I'm like, whoa. School starts on Wednesday. Is it already time for you guys to go back to school already? That's wild. Hello there, Rilu. How you doing? Olivia! Wow. All the people coming through today. Lishy says, how are the burbos? Well, Mayo, the female budgie, is still taking care of her egg. She has still been laying eggs, but she's not taking care of those ones. She's only taking care of the one that she has up in this nest up here. So I'm not sure exactly what she's doing. I hope that egg actually is fertilized and she's not doing it for no reason. But we'll see. Peach has been a little extra tired recently. And then we've got, what's his name? Cheese, Blue Cheese. You could probably hear him in the background. He's the one making all the noise back there right now. He's a very happy bird. You could just hear him like... Experiment says, well, last week was not really good one. You know, was it like not the greatest for everyone? My last week kind of was doo-doo. It really was. I think I'm gonna not sugarcoat that. Hello, Ollie. But this week's gonna be better. Yeah, we're gonna freaking kick butt this week. Rilu says, I saw something absolutely crazy today. It's a story about a bird. About a bird becoming another bird's lunch. I don't know if you want to... Wait, like you got to see that? Was it... Oh my gosh. Maybe save that for off the... I don't know, actually. That's not technically a bad thing. Was it like a pelican? And it went to go grab up like a sparrow or something? I mean, you got to remember, birds are raptors, technically. It's kind of like fish, right? Like we don't really ever, I mean, unless you like fish regularly, but like fish eat other fish. That's just a thing. That's kind of like what a lot of fish do. They eat other fish. Like dolphins eat other fish, and sharks eat other fish. It's always great to see you, Lishy. Thanks so much for stopping in today. You take good care of yourself, okay? We'll see you again soon. Ellen says, Cheaty, did you get a midair snack again? No, but you know what I did get? I did get some SpaghettiOs in the mail. Somebody who is very nice decided to give me a can of SpaghettiOs. It was really nice. Whoa! That's crazy. It was a sparrowhawk. I guess that's why they call it a sparrowhawk. That's crazy. It exploded? What? Umbry says, I saw a video of an orca, which is a pretty big fish. Not a fish, it's more like a... What is an orca? That's like a shark, isn't it? Ramming into a sunfish, which are like really big, like flat, hard fish. And it just poof, exploded. Creeper says, my weekend was great. Finally figured out why as pitching I was pitching my shots with I'm guessing your keyboard's being a little mean to you today. Off to the right. Just had to pull my stance in, cored out the bullseye at 7 yards with my Beretta at 92F. Nice. We Smiley and I need to go more pew pews. We have been saying we've been needing to do that for a while now, but we just haven't done it. But we definitely need to do that. The orca is a whale. That's right. Not a shark. Moss says, I will say, a CRT isn't optimal for modern video games, but it already completed Portal and started Portal 2. Well, those are games that came out on well, on screens like that. And if you actually have like a proper, like not like a converter, but if you actually have like an HDMI out, or sorry, not HDMI out, a, what do they call them? A VGA out on your graphics card, you can technically overdrive a CRT. Most of them will actually report to the computer what it's capable of. And sometimes you can go up to like 85 hertz or 85 FPS on the screen. It's really smooth. But if you have a converter in there, they're usually limited to 60. Ellen says, by the way, since you're in a volley, do you have a fursuit? Just a random question. I do not have a fursuit. I don't think I'll ever be able to get one of Cheaty unless I do it myself. If I do it myself, I might be able to do it. But if I don't, if I have to like buy it from somebody else, I personally cannot justify the cost at the moment. And the reason being is that I don't go to cons and stuff like that. So I would get it, and then I would only like to be able to make videos with it. And that doesn't sound as exciting to me as like going to a con and giving people hugs and waving and acting out the character. That'd be more fun. But just taking pictures in a video for social media, that couldn't justify the cost of that. Oh, a Steam machine? That's awesome. You're using a Steam, Moss says, I'm currently using a Steam machine into an HDMI to SCART converter. Are you using a TV? Like that kind of CRT? That is crazy. Muck says, how are you today, Hayo? Hey Muck, welcome on in. I'm doing pretty good today. Everything's going straight. I've got everything that I need to get done for today, I believe, so far. Except for my workout. I haven't done that. I will admit I've been kind of lacking on that, and I need to get back into it. So today I'm going to do that. You watched one of my streams on an arcade machine. How in the world did you do that? That sounds like fun. You know what would be really cool? Is if there was a way that if I went live, or no, not me particularly, I don't really care about that, but I mean, I would love to make it so that if, like, for instance, Ritual Neo were to go live, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch or something like that, and my TV or whatever it is I have just would automatically turn itself on, and then it would just play the stream. That'd be so cool. Just an automated, like, portal onto a screen in my house. That'd be so neat. Moss says, yes, I've got a 14-inch CRT TV with a built-in VHS player. Well, if you have any VHSs, don't forget you could always record your gameplay onto them too. That sounds pretty fun. Creeper says, my weekend was great. Finally figured out why I was pitching my shots with my handguns off to the right. Just had to pull my stance in, core it out with the bullseye at 7 yards with your 92F Beretta. Fixed. Nice. Ma says, I wish I had the money, well, and space, for a pinball machine. That'd be pretty cool. I wish I was more into pinball stuff, because I used to be when I was a kid, but I don't really care as much for it anymore. I actually used to make my own pinball machines out of big pieces of board stretched over a couple of things, and then I'd use like a rubber mouse ball, throw it up and hit things with it. I used to get a kick out of that. I used to have quite the imagination growing up. Hey KZ. For now, I think what I'm going to do is unless you want me to change it up, but I might just call you KZ because all your accounts have KZ on them, and that'll be one way to talk to you. I am Umbry says it was also a total beater. It doesn't matter. It's still, I'm sure it was still fun. Like this camera over here, I don't know if you guys have noticed the bird camera, I think is about to die. It's probably going on 6 or 7 years old now, this camera, and it's starting to get lines in it. You can periodically see them going on over there. Might be time for a new one. KZ says, how's the Cheeto doing today? I'm doing much better today than I was last week. Last week I had no enthusiasm for anything creative. I was just like, nope, not today, not happening, nuh-uh. Board said 6 years. You know, I did. That's right. I keep doing that to myself. I don't know if it's just because my mind is like just unconsciously thinking about it, and then I just do that all the time. Creeper says, other than that, my friend almost blew up my World War II M1 carbine. Oh my gosh. What was there, like a squib in there or something? Moss says, I've sent an image to the Discord showing and listing my whole setup. I'm actually kind of interested in this, so I hope I get to see the CRT. Where is... Hold on. Oh, that's so cool! Wow. I do see you're running a... the resolution. There might be on the converter box that you have going on there might be a way to switch it so that it shows the video at the 16:9 aspect ratio instead of squishing it from the sides in. But that looks really good. Look at that. Oh my gosh, and you're running... That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it when people show me that kind of stuff. That is so neat. I'm really, that's really awesome. Almost ganned out of battery. Almost had an out of battery. All right. Hi. Wow. Hey. Hold on a second. I gotta move some stuff. We gotta get to it. So I'm gonna put you over there. Sort of wonder if I should get an actual fan that blows on me. There's an AC to my left here. I'm using a denoiser filter So I'm literally standing right next to this AC over here, and I don't think I hear it. So that's pretty cool. However, it does add a lot of delay to me talking. So sometimes you'll notice me like make movements before the thing actually goes through. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Experiment says, quick question. Is it me, or is drawing a volley quite hard because of the hands and wing details? The hands are easier to draw because there's 3 digits instead of 5. You just got to get used to that. But the wings, what I do for the wings whenever I was drawing a volley for just a short little while is I would just like draw a line and do like a little wiggle and then make like a couple lines to simulate wings instead of drawing the whole thing. I will say if you do draw all of the wings, it looks really pretty. Because like a lot of people don't like to draw all the wings, but it does look really pretty. Oh. Okay. But yeah, it can be pretty hard to draw a volley. We're walking. Yeah. Cheese is still screaming. He's not really screaming. Oh, I mean, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I think the reason why that is because when he chirps like that loud chirp he does, it, again, there's a delay between, because I do have a feedback loop on my thing so I can hear myself talk. So I know if my microphone blacks out or whatever, because it does do that sometimes. But he tweets, it goes into the microphone, and then it goes downstairs, and then comes back upstairs, and then comes out my headphones, almost like a half second later. And when he hears that, he thinks it's another bird talking to him. Because the other guys are all sleeping right now. Hello there, Dovira. Hello. Moss says the converter was like a super cheap one, mainly made for my Blu-ray player, but now I might look into getting a better converter. So they do make, if you have a DisplayPort out on your computer, on your Steam machine. I don't know if the Steam machine has a DisplayPort out, but oh no, I don't think it does. It has HDMI. Okay, so what you should be able to do is get an HDMI directly to VGA out. And then also, I think in Linux, you should be able to set a resolution of either 640 by 480 or 800 by 600. And then what'll happen is if you watch a video like this, on it, it'll put it in the center of the screen, so it looks like the correct, aspect ratio. Oh, it does have a DisplayPort? Oh, cool. Well, in that case, they do have DisplayPort to VGA adapters that are what's called active, because they actually have like active circuitry inside of them that allow you to. I think this is the active ones that do this, but they up the FPS. But this is only on VGA monitors. So you would still need to get like a converter to go from VGA over to SCART. I don't think they make any direct HDMI to SCART adapters. That'd be interesting. Hey there, KZ. Welcome on back. Experiment says, one of my friends asked me to help with his volley drawing with the wing details, and it was quite a nightmare to do. I can believe so. I have this one friend, her name is Sarah, and she has a very beautiful volley. However, her avatar is very intricate, lots and lots of details. And basically almost every artist out there has said, nah, I ain't doing that. They don't even say like, hey, you'll have to pay me extra for this. They just straight up say, nope, not doing it. but she has gotten a couple of pieces of art with it, and they're very pretty. Ellen says, quick question, how far have you walked so far? I just got onto it. So far I have walked, I'm waiting for it to switch, 0.2 miles. YouTube said 13 minutes ago, so I thought I missed it. Oh, yeah. The cool thing about this being on also YouTube is that you can technically watch this on a Roku. You can watch it on a Fire Stick. So, or you can watch it on like your Google TV or Apple TV. Did you guys hear that just a couple days ago, the Apple Vision Pro got YouTube support? A media consumption device that's been out for 2 or 3 years just got YouTube support. A $3,500 device just got YouTube support. Yep. Isn't that awesome? I find that funny. What time is it right now? 2:53? Wow. KZ says, hey, Cheaty, I'm a husky now. Yeah, so you got a little curly tail, huh? Welcome to the curl. Very nice. I actually forget, what were you before? Boss approaching. Leshy. Good luck, Experiment. I don't know. Experiment's missing a lot of shots. Oh no! Well, you got them down to 3/4 of their health. Better luck next time, Experiment. Casey says, a fairy. You mean like the ones in the water? That's awesome. Taking people to their destinations. Guys, did you know? You probably didn't know this. But I'm just making sure that you knew that... Oh, I forgot. Did you guys know that? I forgot. Now we'll never know. I wonder what it was, the secret thing that Cheaty was going to say. We'll never know. I think today, later after I'm done with this this treadmill here, we'll... Well, it depends on the time, because it is technically 3 o'clock now, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it's basically just 3 o'clock. And when 4 o'clock rolls around, I think I want to go spend more time with Smiley. Wait. What if we... Guys, let's just listen. Just hold on just a moment. Wait for a moment. I have an idea. What if I do a late night stream? Wow. What if I did that? I wonder how illegal that would be. You have this alt channel now, so should I call you Novix? Is it Novix or Avix? I know where this is going. Bring Smiley. No, I think I'm good. I don't like having other people in my streams that I can't control. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like I can't control Smiley or anyone else who comes here or anything like that. I just don't. I like to be by myself in streams. Just a personal preference. But I think what I should do though is not is it collaborating when you do this, but like going into other people's streams and being there with them. That sounds like fun. I'd love to do that sometime. I'll be like their positive reinforcement. It's like, you got this. Do your thing. Yeah. Somebody's being grumpy. Huh. I think a message just didn't go through. I saw something about Husky, but it didn't show. Ma says, I've recently made a new Sona and commissioned a rough sheet, and I think I finally found a Sona that represents me. I'm obsessed with the design. Nice. What kind of first Sona did you get? Try and type it again, Avix. Peach is being an eepy bird today. My goodness, look at her. Just a little yellow ball. A pine martin? Nice. You don't really see many of those. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. It's chirping time. It's chirping time. Oh my goodness. Really? I know. Guys, did you know that there's a bird right next to me and he's screaming? Oh, and he's screaming. He's a grumpy bird. What do we do with grumpy birds? We put them in timeout. This channel will be Kai the Husky, and my main channel will be Navix. Or Kaizen, is what you better know me as. Nice. See, I saw it that time. Very cool, very swag. Technically, since you're a burb as well, can you understand what he's saying? Well, he's grumpy about something. I know that. But now he's like really happy. He's just over there warbling. I hope you guys can hear him doing that right now. He's just over there making sweet noises. Work! My goodness. Avix, don't forget to change your avatar. You're currently a little kitten. I don't think that's what you want. They do. There should be little dogs in there too. It's a exclamation point EXT in the chat to get the controller. Hey there, JC. Welcome on in. You're the little white cat, Avix. You're right here. You're right there. Amy! Hello! How you doing? Are you yelling at me? What did I do? What did I do? Amy says, good, how are you? I'm doing great. I am on a treadmill right now, marching away, doing the leg thing. Thinking maybe I might need to get myself a fan on here. because the treadmill's deck is getting pretty toasty. You know, part of me wonders if I could just put the controllers down. What if I do that? Oh, wait, what if I do that and then I switch over to hand tracking? Can I do that? It's not supposed to have hand tracking turned on, but it did do that recently. Or not. Oh well. Well, we'll just pretend that I'm not going to put them down. JC says, your birds are cute. I love my birds. They're being really eepy today, though. Except for Cheese. Cheese is just like wants to sing. Mayo, Peach, and Tide Pod are all sleeping right now. Amy says, can you fly? In the right world, I can. Unfortunately, I can't do it here. Moss says, I need to plan a D&D campaign. I keep forgetting. Don't forget. Go do your thing. Alan says, yo, JD, my mom got mad at me once because I never bought her flowers on Mother's Day. You didn't forget, did you? Sometimes all a mom wants is a nice hand-drawn card that basically makes her feel like wanted and loved and stuff. That's all they really want. You don't necessarily have to get them flowers. I don't think. But I do anyway. Avik says, excuse? Tide Pod? Yeah, Tide Pod's another bird. He's the blind one. I know, two shocking things at once. We've named all of our birds edible things, and we thought it'd be kind of funny to name him Tide Pod because that was like a ongoing joke a while ago that people were eating Tide Pods for some stupid reason. I wonder if I'll get in trouble on YouTube for saying that now. He's blind for some reason. Yesterday was your brother's birthday. Happy birthday to your brother, Amy. Hope they had a good one. Ellen says, to be honest, I didn't know she sold flowers. You dork. Creeper says, my game was going to be canceled this past weekend again because the player dipped out. Been trying to do this session for 2 months now. Is that the chicken? What? Chicken? Where? TNT Max 13 says, do you plan on doing more PC stuff? Because I really liked your PC video. I do want to do more of that. In fact, I actually, to kind of spoiler just a little bit, I did actually buy more RAM for that computer that I was experimenting on. So we're going to max, I don't think it's even max, but we're going to put a full 32 gigs of RAM in there. We're going to upgrade it to a 1060. I think I already technically did a video, a dad joke video on it, but I never like specifically said that's what it was. I think what I did though is I made it. Was it with the DK2? I might have been with the DK2 that I did it with, which is like a really, really old VR headset from like 2014, I think. And I made a dad joke video with it using that computer, which was really cool. I just didn't know how to turn that into like a video. Like me doing like the setup of that, and this is the headset I'm going to use, and here's me recording it, and then here's me uploading it and stuff. I just ended up making the video, uploading it, and then being done with it. In the meantime, I went onto eBay, bought more RAM, and then I wanted a plan to make it more interesting than just installing RAM. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do have plans to do more PC stuff. It's just the past couple of weeks have well, actually this whole past month, not this month but last month, has just kind of not been the best. So the enthusiasm to do another video like that right now is really low, but it should be coming back up soon. I'm gonna head out, play some records, and plan some D&D campaigns. All right, have a good one, dude. I hit my toe on my chair when I was taking my phone with me to the kitchen. Oh no, don't do that. You're not supposed to do that to your feet. Take care of your feet. They're very important. You walk a whole bunch on them. Creeper says, so now I'm going to try and run it every week. So maybe we can get at least a game in a month. Well, good luck to you, Creeper. Ellen says, by the way, I got a 12-string guitar recently, if I haven't said it before. I don't think you have. That's pretty cool. Do you play it? Amy says, I just played Fun Obby. Obby is lobby, right? Fun Obby on Roblox. After the end, it teleported me to a version and it wasn't fun. Evic says, oh, Cheaty, what I said earlier was true. I actually nearly lost my cool. I'm so sorry. TNT Max says, you could try to overclock the CPU and GPU. Ooh. I know nothing about overclocking, but that could be fun. Especially since now, I am pretty sure FX processors, which is what that machine has, are like a dime a dozen now. So if I do break it, I could just get a new one. That'd be pretty fun. Whoa! Holy cow! What's this? What is this? What the heck was that? What was that? What the heck was that? It's just a cube of... I don't know what that was. Hey Fenrir, welcome on through. How you doing today? Thanks for hitting that subscribe button over on YouTube. I'm guessing that's what that was. A subscription over on YouTube. Hope you enjoy your stay, Bean. Ellen says, I got a gig. A gig? Like a gig of memory? Experiment says, what was that now? I don't know. That was so weird. Amy says, my school is starting this Wednesday. Oh, everyone's starting school on Wednesday.
Hey, look at this. Look at the tree over there. Oh, it's gone. Damn.
What was it?
Big fat rat.
Really?
This big.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully he stays out there. TNT Max says, if you don't know anything about overclocking, it's even more fun. And thanks for the response. Heck yeah. No, I think that'll make it more fun. And it's like, okay. Oh, like if... So I've seen people do overclocking before. And what usually will happen is they'll... Ooh, look at all this. What'll usually happen is they'll get to a point where the computer stops posting. And then they have to reset the BIOS to get it working again. That may or may not make for a funny video. It may go like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy, what's happening, oh no, and then everything gets fixed, or everything goes really south and it goes, well, we broke it, see you next time. That'll be funny. There was a, I think he's a Chinese guy. on YouTube. It's because Smiley watches a lot of YouTube videos where people are cooking stuff because he gets a kick out of that. I do kind of too. And he usually makes meals that look really tasty, and they have all the seasonings, and he goes through all the cooking stuff and everything. But this one time he used like a pressure pot, but it was like a sideways mounted rotating thing. And it's pressurized, right? So like you cook it and it gets all pressurized in there, and then he dumped everything out, and it just looked like really runny peanut butter. And he's like, what happened? This is not what's supposed to happen. And he's like, all my chicken's gone, all my stuff is gone. And he goes, well, I failed, see you in the next video, bye. And that was it. And I was like, whoa, that's a great way to end it. I like that. TNT says, if you don't put much voltage through the chips and they stay relatively cool, nothing should break. Yeah, but I only have, at least at the moment, I've only got like a stock cooler on it. I'm pretty sure my VRMs on the motherboard that's in that thing can handle it just fine, because they have some really decent like heat sinks on them. But the heatsink on the CPU is just like a whatever heatsink. So what I think I might have to do is underclock it and then also try to boost the clocks too. I think. I'm pretty sure the GPU though,
Sure.
that 1060, I have overclocked a GPU before, and it's really, really easy. Usually you just like take a slider and go, whoop, go up a little bit and you're good to go. Ellen says, can you share the lore of Cheaty if you're comfortable with it? I'm just severely curious about it. Alright, I'm trying to catch up with the chat right now. Hold on. Nice one, Amy. I read your message there. Can we please play basketball? I don't have access to a keyboard right now, so I can't do that right now. Undervolting it makes it cooler. I think that's the thing we need though. Even on idle, that can. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have that one always plugged in, because that one on idle takes like 300 watts just to sit there and do nothing. It takes 300 watts just to sit there, which is a lot of wattage. So I have that one stored back away for right now until I go to make a video with it again. But yeah. The lore of Cheaty. Cheaty doesn't necessarily have a lore to him yet, because like right now the character setup with him right now is just like he's in a volley that's on Earth, which means hold on. He's on Earth, which means he's water-based. So instead of purple colorings in his ears and his mouth and stuff like that, it's red because he's carbon or water-based, like you are as a human, instead of ammonia-based, which is what most of all are. So when you see their colors in their ears and stuff like that, in their mouths, it's usually purple because of that. Which means you can hug Cheaty and he won't explode. Because if an ammonia-based creature like gets around too much heat, like we're talking like over 20. Oh, did you just upgrade? That was awesome. But if you hug a normal volley as a human being, your body heat will actually make their blood boil and they'll blow up. So I didn't like that very much. So I was like, no, I want to make Cheaty normal so that or not normal, but different, so that he can hug people and not explode. Cheaty, to lore, doesn't have any parents or anything like that I can think of, but his parents were, or not his parents, but his grandparents were ammonia-based. They came to Earth, they figured out how to make the next generation of a volley be water-based, and then that was Cheaty's parents, and then Cheaty's parents gave birth to Cheaty. So I'm relatively normal in that regard. TNT Max says, I don't know, but if FX processors undervolt, good. And yeah, FX processors run hot. Very hot. Very hot. The FX processor that I have is an 8-core, theoretically 8-thread machine. And the CPU is a 95 watt part, which basically means it runs hotter than a lot of current generation chips right now. And there was a quote-unquote high-performance chip out there called the FX 9590, I think it was. Or was it the 9550? I think it was 9590. That had a TDP, get this, of 220 watts. 220. Avix, I may have missed your message there. Boop. But yeah, I don't really have a reason as to why. It's just kind of been an ongoing joke, and I've just been rolling with it. But the whole Cheeto dust thing. Where he, like, the orange color comes from the Cheeto dust dander that Cheetie has. If you aren't aware, birds usually have a dander to them, which is like this little white dust, which if you don't keep up with it, your whole entire area will get covered in white dust all the time. It happens every day. But instead of white dust, it's orange dust for Cheetie. And that's what the orange color is. The funny thing is that if Cheetie gets washed, he turns white instead of orange, but only for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then he turns orange again. Avik says, I may have raided your fridge. Well, then you just found yourself a whole entire chicken, because that's a hot sauce marinated chipotle pepper covered chicken. That's what's in there right now. Big Smoke says, oh my god, not this goober again. What do you mean? What'd I do? I didn't do nothing. This treadmill's really starting to get hot though. I may have to step off of this thing. I mean, I'm at 30 minutes now. That's not too bad. I would like to do 45 though. Wow, it's like it's getting so much hotter. Okay, all right. Be yourself. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna stop here. It is actually getting really hot. Me yourself. Nah, not the bees! Not the bees! You know, let's move this over here. Hi. I think I can just do that. And then take a seat. No, anything but the bees! Whoop. So if I just do that. There we go. No, and that's cool. I like doing stuff like that, like making jokes about like the specifics about an avatar or something like that, like a dragon or a snake or something like that has a really draggy tail, you know. And we like sometimes they'll have like a feathers on the tip of their tail or whatever like that, and you also call them like a feather duster. And then they get all flustered and stuff like that, and you just go, ha ha ha, it's so funny. I'm a fire in my lever. Dude, it's been so long since I've seen that face. Holy cow. Bah! Ellen says, so what is the basic anatomy of a volley aside from what you see on the outside? The basic anatomy. I don't think there's... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Testing. Okay. Well, I don't know how to really talk about the anatomy of a volley. That would be any... Oh, well, one thing that's different about a volley is that they, their tongues is how they smell. They kind of use it like a snake does on Earth. They just stick their tongue out, pull it back in, and then on the roof of their mouth, which isn't actually depicted, I don't think, on any actual volley avatar or anything like that, but on the roof of their mouth are little receptors that take the taste molecule or the smell molecules into the mouth, and then the roof of their mouth allows them to smell it. They don't normally have nostrils on their snoot here. Our secondary airways are actually back here, which are covered usually by our ears. So if a volley ever sneezes, theoretically their back ears should flutter, or if they get upset and they huff, their ears will flutter, which is pretty cool. What is something else? Even though we constantly joke, like even a volley joke about this, but even though we joke constantly that we only have like a single brain cell up in our heads to think, a volley brains are actually really, really big. And it's becoming less prevalent on more recent avatars, such as this one that I'm wearing right now, but on the older ones, which is, or most older ones. Let me switch to this one real quick to show you. You'll kind of notice it with this one that the eyes seem like they're more towards the sides rather than the front, and they're really flat and huge, right? The eyes are actually squished, they're not round. And normally on this avatar, these eyes don't move, and that's because normally a volley, their eyes are so wide and flat that they can't actually rotate in the socket. So normally this avatar doesn't have moving eyes. I have it because I have eye tracking, so it would make more sense for them to move for me. But this one does. And the reason for that is because their brains are actually so big. They're huge, and they actually take up the cavity that normally would be for the eye sockets. So that would be why that is. I'm gonna switch back now. What else? What is something else that Avali have? I think one thing else, I mean, obviously, like the wings, they're very obvious here. Avali technically have 4 fingers. There's the thumb, the index finger, this finger, and then there's one more that on certain Avali, when they use them, will actually retract the wing a little bit because there's another finger in there that can push the wings back a little bit, but this one doesn't have that. So that's another thing. What else? If you didn't know, I mean, Avali, when they reproduce, they make eggs. They don't make they don't live birth. They give birth to eggs. So they're kind of like a regular bird, which is hilarious. Again, whenever an Avali says, "I'm not a bird," but like there's so many things that make it as if they are. But I totally get it. And then I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Avali also have 2 stomachs, like how cows have 4 stomachs, I think. Avali have 2. And I can't think of anything else in particular that I can talk about otherwise. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, obviously they have 4 ears as well. The top ones are usually completely mobile all the way around, and the bottom ones are usually just kind of like go up halfway, and then that's about it. Although some Avali do have it so that you can post them all the way up to the top, which is really cool. Hey there, Caleb. Hey there, Caleb Novolite. How's it going? Raiden has 3 brain cells, says KZ. For 1 use each. Stealing, annoying, and basic math. 2 + 2 is fish, of course. Cheesecake says, 4 ears, still deaf. Alright, we've been live for 1 hour, so what we might do later, later on in today, is we'll have another stream later in the night. Right now, Smiley wants to go for a walk. I know I just got done doing a walk too, but he wants to go do a walk to a local store and pick up some stuff. We're gonna make some fun stuff tonight. We were gonna do something else, but I think he changed it up. We're gonna do chicken and onions and peppers and tomato sauce, or not tomato sauce, but tomato juice. So the omnivorous or herbivores, they are obligate carnivores. I think that's the lore, is that they're obligate carnivores, which is why, well, not why, but one of the reasons why I have Cheetie like really like fish. I mean, I do like fish a lot in real life, but I have him like fish a lot because he can just eat the fish. And what the reason, I think how it goes is, the first stomach is like really, because, you know, if you eat the whole entire fish, obviously fish bones and stuff like that, you got to worry about that kind of stuff. The first stomach takes care of that, kind of like a hyena's stomach does, and then the second one takes care of anything that may, and also the first one also gets like rid of toxins and stuff like that, because in the Avali world there's a lot of toxins and stuff in the foods that they eat. So that first stomach takes care of that, and then the second one just kind of like takes care of everything else. But no, from my understanding, they don't normally have an intake of plant material or anything like that. I mean, eating vegetables would be really hard with teeth like this. So... Amy says, if you're 99 pounds and then eat a pound of fish, are you 1% fish? But yeah, let's see, what time is it right now? Boxed In says, seems fishy. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me for now. That's going to be it for me for now. I really appreciate everyone for stopping in today. Edward, hello. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I think I may need to look into getting a new camera for over here because that really looks like it's dying right now. There's lines going through the entire screen. Oh, or we keep it until it dies. That'd be fun. There is an entire book for it, Experiment. I found it really interesting. Like, it talks about their world and their culture, and it does talk about their anatomy as well. I found that really interesting to learn about, like, a virtual character, and it had like a in-depth, like, lore explanation for how their bodies are built and stuff. That was really cool.
Take it easy, Ayo. And until next time, you guys, stay safe out there.
Alright, Creeper, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I hope to see you guys again soon. Hopefully by the time I come back, my little Wi-Fi thingy should be here so I can fix my Wi-Fi issues. Ellen says, dude, where can I get this book? The book is available on r/Avali over on Reddit. If you go to r/Avali, the very first link up there is actually the book for Avali there. So if you want to like look that up, you can. It's a book by Todd Husky or Todd Avali. That's Todd Avali. I may have missed it. You're a gumball. You're a gumball. Well, I don't know about that. Raisin. You're a raisin? You're a dried grape? I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you everyone so much for stopping in. Hopefully later on when I do a stream, I'll be in full body, or at least I'll try to be. But I'm gonna go take a shower real quick because I'm a stinky bird. So we'll see you guys again soon. But until next time, this is CheetiBird signing off. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Until next time. Bye. Wow. Ryzen? That sounds like fun. You too, Experiment. Bye-bye. Oh. I'm trying to like close it. But it's, no, over here. There we go.